Play cousins, when I say Candace Denise was speaking to my soul when she was talking about starting over and careers in the 40s, it just, it comes to a time where we got to upgrade. So let's talk about it. I'm Essence Revealed, documenting this journey from actor to tractor, financial independence, and life and location freedom, so that other Black women over 40 can see it's never too late to start over, no matter the fear in our heads or the fear that we think is coming out there from other people. I remember Stu from Passing Strange talking about looking up one day and realizing that he was letting a 15-year-old's dream run his life. And I had to make some changes because I realized that I too was letting a 15-year-old's dream run my life as an adult. There came a point in life where I had to say, okay, I am tired of living in survival. I am tired of being in hustle mode. I cannot be team no sleep anymore. I cannot be team I'll sleep when I die anymore. And I have to do something in order to create financial stability. I'd been a performer for 33 years. So that means that I know what it's like to do something that you love. Like, tears can come into my eyes when I think about performing because I miss it, because I love it so much. However, when the government decided that I couldn't work, and all of us couldn't work, I decided at that point that I needed to learn new skills. I needed to be able to position myself to be in a place where nobody could ever tell me that I couldn't make money ever again. And I spent 8 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week learning about the stock market. I don't think everybody wants to do that. However, I do feel like if you are in a position where you're not in a financially stable place, you're not going to have to do anything, actually. You can choose to keep doing exactly what you're doing, or you can choose to learn new skills. I just found out yesterday, listening to an interview with an entrepreneur who runs multi-million-dollar businesses, blah, blah, blah. That's not the space I'm in either. But I learned in that interview that it costs hundreds of dollars, a few hundreds of dollars, to become a phlebotomist. If you're not afraid of needles, you can learn how to do that for between $200 and $500, something like that. I had no idea it was that inexpensive to learn how to do that. I see people in certain financial independence groups talk about learning Salesforce. I know nothing about what a CRM is, customer relations management thing. Sounds like technology, right? But I see people take courses that take weeks or months to learn, and then they're able to increase their income and make a stable income doing this Salesforce, whatever that is. I decided to get a CDL license. I was actually paid to learn how to drive a truck. I wasn't paid a lot of money, but I went to NYU and they didn't pay me anything. And so a CDL, you can actually get paid to learn how to drive a truck, or in a lot of states there are programs that will pay for school for you so that you can learn for free. But let's say you want to pay for yourself. It's going to cost anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 to learn how to drive a truck. And the first year you're going to make, let's say on the low end, $40,000, on the high end, $60,000 your first year. And with every year of experience that you get, the income goes up. You'll see people say, oh, there's no more money in trucking, and I say underachiever. I say they didn't look hard enough, they didn't keep going. I know that I am pretty happy. I pretty much replaced my acting income with the CDL. But there just came a time where it was like, there's not having the latte, there aren't any more expenses I can cut out. I simply have to learn new skills. I simply have to learn skills that are able to earn an income consistently. Because guess what? For 2 years, I made no income and nobody was coming to save me. And it didn't matter that I was the friend that had helped pay rent, helped pay phone bills, helped people out, didn't even make people ask. If I heard that they need help, I would just send it. But guess what? No one was sending me help. No one is coming to save us. Therefore, you can choose to keep doing the things that you're doing and live in, survival mode, which I did for years. Or you can choose to figure out some way to get skills that are marketable to bring you in a consistent and stable income. I don't know what the job market is like for phlebotomists, but I know that I got to get blood taken every year to make sure everything's okay. I know nothing about technology, but I do know that I've spoken to plenty of artists who've learned simple coding things that the people that know all the fancy coding things don't want to do, and maybe tedious, but has to be done. So there's Salesforce, there's coding. My solution was the stock market and getting a CDLA license. But hearing people say in financial independence groups that it is impossible for someone to reach financial independence is not true. You might not be able to become financially free where you don't have to ever work, but you can always improve your finances. However, sometimes you're at a level where your skills are not going to earn you enough money to just simply cut out expenses, right? Sometimes you're going to have to learn skills that are going to bring you in more money. You just have to make more money. I did a little bit of both. I chose to give up an overpriced New York apartment, even though it was cheap New York rent, so that I could pay that money to myself. I have always made sure that I didn't have credit card debt once I got out of it in the early 2000s. My thing is, if I can't buy it cash, I can't afford it. If I can't save up for it, I probably can't have it. That's just how I've lived. I've always lived below my means. And so doing what I'm doing now, I have a very focused plan. Therefore, I am putting away between 50 to 70% of my check because I have no kids. I have no credit card debt. My student loans just got forgiven. And that's a video for another time. That's a rant for another time. I don't spend frivolously. However, I am making an income now. So if I want to choose to spend money on things, then I can. But what I do is, from the time the check hits my account, 50 to 70% of it is gone into savings and or investments. Because I learned new skills that are able to earn me stable income. So that's just what was on my mind, because it's not fun being in survival mode all the time. It's not fun where everything that happens is an emergency and a crisis and something to have to figure out. It's not fun living that way. And I know because I did it. And people who have money can talk about cutting expenses all they want. But if you don't have money, the solution is get skills that will make you more money. That's the only way. All right, I'm going to sleep. I just had to get that off my chest. Talk to you later, Play Cousins.